This is what my skin, this is what my skin looks like right now. I don't have a single bump as it stands. Hey guys, what is up? It is Snitchery. How are you doing? I feel not great. You can probably hear my voice. I'm still sick. I'm also on my period, so my uterus is actively trying to escape my body. So I'm obviously not wearing any makeup on my face other than filling in my eyebrows. If you're like, wow, you look a little rough even for having no makeup on, it's because my body's trying to kill me. I really missed you guys. So I'm sorry if my energy is like a little bit low in this video, or if you just can't stand to look at my sick toad face. That is understandable. However, me not wearing makeup today actually serves a purpose. Today we're going to be talking about, as I'm sure you know because you read the title of this video, skincare and how I managed to clear up all my acne on my face. So before we get started, two quick things. Number one, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're not a returning subscriber and this is your first video, this is probably the least fun I've ever been. I promise it's only uphill from here. Number two, this video actually has a really fun sponsor, which I'm super excited about and kind of fits into the theme of like a get unready with me and sort of just a chill video. So, enjoy. Hey guys, it is me from the future. I'm about to wind down and make myself some dinner. At the beginning of 2019, I decided that one of my New Year's resolutions was to start eating at home more often. I know this is like sort of a YouTuber cliche, but when you work from home, you really do order food out quite a bit, and I am not a chef. So for me, a service like HelloFresh is perfect because everything is pre-packaged, it's pre-portioned, so easy to do. I actually bought HelloFresh myself for a really long time before they ended up sponsoring me, and my family has been using HelloFresh for about a year now, I want to say, consistently and loving it. They have 3 different plans you can choose from. You can choose classic or veggie or family. I've always chosen veggie. It gives me a chance to get out of my comfort zone and try new foods, and also it's delicious. Here is the meal I'm going to be making today. These are the chickpea tinga tacos. I've actually never had these before. Excitingly, HelloFresh is now from $6.99 per serving, which for me is definitely cheaper than my average takeout meal. They're also running a special offer for 2019. You get a total of $80 off with 8 free meals in your first month by going to HelloFresh.com and entering my code Snitchery80. Again, that's going to HelloFresh.com and entering Snitchery80 as your promo code. And there she is, my finished taco that I'm so excited to eat. It's not the prettiest. The presentation leaves something to be desired, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, we're back. We can talk all about like skincare stuff. So I've talked about my skin type on my channel before. I tend to say that I have sort of combination skin because I think my skin is very weather dependent. Like for instance, right now in the winter, my skin is extremely dry, but I do have the tendency to get very oily in the summer. So I'm like kind of middle of the road. And as far as acne goes, I've always had really clear skin. Like even when I was a teenager and stuff like that, I never got many pimples. But the weird thing about my skin is maybe 3 times a year, if I get a pimple, I will get tons of pimples, like all of a sudden. I either have no acne at all or I'm breaking out like crazy and have them all over my face. So the first time this happened really badly was a couple years ago in college, and I freaked out because I'd never had acne like this before. And it's taken me since then, in like the 3 years since then, to sort of figure out a routine that works for me that I know can get rid of all my acne within like 4 or 5 days. This system of treating my acne and keeping my skin clear works for me. I'm going to be talking about all the products I use. None of these products are sponsored. I will zoom in here. This is what my skin looks like. My under eye bags I've talked about before are just, they are what they are, especially sick, but otherwise my skin's looking pretty good. The first thing I use obviously for my skin is a cleanser. Now I've talked about this brand on my Instagram numerous times. This is Pond's Cold Cream, baby. So this one is actually a newer product that I've been trying. I used to just use the standard Pond's Cold Cream, which is more of like a cream consistency. It's exactly what it sounds like. It takes off all my makeup. It sort of melts my eye makeup away. It's really good for like when I do my costume makeup, especially because that does have the propensity to break me out. It's really helpful to get in the shower and just use Pond's all over my face, and it melts away all my makeup. So for standard makeup, like face makeup, glam makeup, this is gonna zap it. This product is their cleansing balm. So the consistency of this product is actually more of like, almost like Crisco, but then you rub it in and it just turns into like nothing. It melts away into an oil, like a really silky oil. As far as acne specific products go, this is one of two of my favorites. This is the Tarte Blemish Bully. I don't think it's focusing, but this is, I guess, your standard acne spot cream. This has salicylic acid, it has 1.5%. The reason I like this spot treatment specifically is that I don't find it dries out my skin. Like I said, in the winter especially, I tend to have really, really dry skin, and a lot of the spot treatments that I use will get rid of my acne, but will dry out the skin. Like pretty much wherever I put it, I'll have like a dry patch after it clears up my acne in a few days, which I guess is better than a pimple, but still leaves a lot of texture when I put my makeup over it, so it's still very noticeable. But this one, I just put it on at night, and I found that when my acne goes down, which it does quickly, it doesn't leave sort of like a dry patch. I've also found that within one night, this will get rid of the redness in your acne if you're having trouble covering that up specifically. Like this might not get the bump down within the night. Usually that takes 2 or 3 nights for me, but the redness will go away pretty much immediately. The other acne product, which I actually don't have with me right now because I need to get more of it, is honey, which sounds really, really weird, but I remember reading online that honey was sort of like one of the natural remedies for acne spot treatment, and it seemed to me to be the gentlest when I was reading like down the listicle. I will not pretend to be a scientist or a dermatologist or anything like that. I do not know why honey works. All I know is that when I was out of this Blemish Bully once, and I had paid for 2-day shipping to get it back when I had a breakout because, oh, my eye just twitched, hi. Because I was freaking out, and because this is my favorite spot treatment, I don't buy other ones. I didn't have any other spot treatments with me, and I used honey, and it really did work. It didn't work as well as something like this because this is like acid. But if you're in a pinch or if you have really, really sensitive skin, try honey. In terms of keeping my skin really nice and really clean, exfoliating is actually kind of like my number one, I guess it would be like tip, trick. The difference I see when I exfoliate versus when I don't is the most monumental, as opposed to like if I, you know, moisturize or don't or something like that. So my favorite exfoliator is, this is the Tarte Friction Stick. If you couldn't tell, I love Tarte skincare, but the reason I like this one is because it's like a glue stick. Like it literally comes out in a glue stick looking thing. It's not messy at all. I rub it in for 30 seconds, around 30 seconds, maybe a minute if I'm like, there's some gunk that's gotta go. And this actually lasts a fair amount of time. Next is my all-time favorite mask. Now I have a lot of masks that I really like. I very much enjoy the L'Oreal masks. I think they're L'Oreal. Yes, the Pure Clay mask. I love that mask as well. But my new favorite, which is like a cult favorite, I was peer pressured essentially into buying this by the internet, is Drunk Elephant's Baby Facial Mask. Now, if you've ever had any interest in skincare, you've probably heard of this product. I held off because I believe it's $80, $85. It's pricey. The reason I ended up getting this product is because it wasn't for acne, it was for pores. Suddenly I could see like the pores right here on my face. I guess because my face was so dry and I wasn't taking good care of it this winter, that for the first time ever I could see pores. And I was like, oh no, 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 no. And I heard that this zapped pores really, really well because it has 25% AHA and 2% BHA. Again, I'm not a dermatologist, but those are sort of the two acids that I had heard worked best to smooth out your skin and get rid of your pores. I've used this 3 times now, use it once a week. So obsessed with this. I see why people rave about Drunk Elephant's products, and this product specifically. Like, you literally use it once and you see such a world of difference. I thought, you know, sometimes when you do masks and immediately afterwards your skin looks really, really good, but then you wake up the next morning and there's no like lasting effect. I thought that would sort of be the case for this product, but I woke up the next morning and there were no pores. Like, it was literally freaking amazing. So if you're seeing like a bit of texture on your skin, this is sort of like, it's kind of like a chemical exfoliating mask almost. I guess that would be like the best way to describe it. They describe it as weekly deep cleaning, which I agree, you kind of get a little tingling sensation that's almost similar to the Tarte, the knockout treatment. They're like a chemical exfoliator, I guess that's how you describe it, but this shit's amazing. And then every single night before I go to bed, sleepy or not, drunk or not, doesn't matter, I use this bad boy. I had actually never tried out any Kiehl's products before maybe 8 or 9 months ago, but they asked me to work with them early last year and they sent me a couple products to try out, and a lot of them I liked, but this one I really, 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 really liked, like enough to buy it again and again and again. So this is essentially just like a nighttime serum. They describe it as a replenishing elixir of pure essential oils. I'm more of a serum and oil girl than a moisturizer girl. I don't know why, I just sort of always preferred how oils and serums make my skin look as opposed to moisturizers. It leaves my skin glowier in the morning. Like, Like those products might leave my skin clear and textureless and looking nice, but this product will leave it glowy, and especially pairing these two together looks bomb. And last but certainly not least is my toner that I use both at night and in the morning. This will come as no surprise to anyone. It is the Milk Matcha Toner. This is actually a new one. I have my like old nasty grody one in my room, but it looks old and nasty and grody because I've been using it forever. A lot of toners burn my face, like, which sounds really dramatic, but I've tried so many toners that I use on my face, especially after exfoliating, and they burn like crazy, whereas this toner soothes my face. Again, I love stick products, why Milk is one of my favorite brands. A lot of toners I found are very drying. They go on and immediately like dry down and sort of like mask your face almost. You guys will know what I'm talking about. But this one is just like a light tingle. I just pat in the excess. Do you see what I mean? Like this is after putting on a toner. A lot of toners really like, they just make your face look really dry and just sort of like lifeless. So then you have to put a serum or a moisturizer on top. But this is just like, I can run my hands over my skin. It feels really nice. I don't know. And those are all of my skincare products. They basically keep my skin pretty textureless and poreless and acne free. If you guys have tried out any of these products before, or if you have any suggestions for acne or any kind of skincare, anything, leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear what your favorite skincare product is, like your holy grail. Actually, yes, leave that. Please, I'm always looking for new suggestions. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you for making it to the end of this video, and thank you for being my friend today and always. I will see you guys in the next one, which will be sooner than this was to the last. Mwah. Bye guys.